to not only increase production quality as we roll through, but also we have the Atlantic Ocean front and center.
Woo! Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. So we are oceanfront, changing locales from the house across the street, and here we are. So excited, Adam. What's present for you? What's going on, brother?
What's present for me is the fact that we have these two fine gentlemen on the show today, and I remember listening this morning to the huddle and just being super excited to listen and hear the role play for these guys, because they came in super accomplished, as well as just like open and vulnerable and looking to learn, seem like sponges. So to get the nod to be here today and to have been super pumped to just watch is an honor, and I'm super grateful to be here.
So who do we got? What's happened?
So yes, we got Mr. Eric Balance, an entrepreneur from Edmonton, Canada, went to the university for accounting and finance, but found his passion in digital marketing and social media. He's a digital marketing consultant who helps companies profit widely through online space. Eric's clients are some of the fastest growing, heart-led entrepreneurs creating massive movement around their mission and able to cultivate cash flow so they could give more and create more is, you know, the natural byproduct. And then you got unbelievable story heard this morning, Mr. Justin Cross. Over the course of the last 15 years as an entrepreneur, Justin built an $8 million business from the ground up, yet still found himself unfulfilled, didn't know why. Justin developed a speaking series, coaching program. He teaches high performers on how to reprogram their psychology, eliminate negative subconscious beliefs, and enjoy an epic life. He's worked with countless high net worth individuals, celebrities, influencers. Man, he knows how to unlock your true potential for sure. And his story this morning was truly inspirational.
Eric Balance, Justin Cross. How we doing, brothers? Eric, welcome.
Amazing. Blessed to be here. Super grateful. I'm ready to learn.
Coming from the land down under, eh?
Down under, yeah. It's 5:08 a.m. this morning, and I'm ready to rock it. I'm ready to bring it. I'm ready to bring some energy.
You're a straight up warrior. Straight up warrior. Justin, how are you, brother?
Just thankful. And even though we're on this lockdown, look at the high energy we got in this quote unquote new age room that we're all in right now.
Yeah, love it, brother. And we got some awesome judges hanging out. And who do we got, Adam?
Yeah, so let's start with Courtney. Courtney Epps, she's an international speaker, author, fractional CFO and accountant. She's written a book. She owned her own practice for 16 years. She is incredible. She's developed advanced technical skills in a variety of tax and accounting areas. Courtney has an extensive background, business taxation, working with companies that span across a wide range of industry and sizes. She is an absolute rock star.
And she talks like a Southerner. So what's up, Courtney Epps?
What's up, man? Hanging
How
out
are
doing
you?
some taxes today, writing a book, doing some taxes, trying to do some videos.
growing your business from $7,500 a month to $250,000 a month. Courtney Epps dropping the mic. Great to see you, Courtney, or be with you.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah. Please, Adam. Yes.
Yes. Next up, we have Biam Zachary. I saw this. I read.
Bayman. It's Bayman.
Oh,
Bayman.
dang it, Adam.
Bayman. Bayman,
So what's up?
Bayman Zachary. Bayman. Listen, Chief Executive Officer at We Buy Gold. When I read that, I was like, I cannot wait to meet this gentleman. Wow, that's incredible. He also is a managing partner at Bury the Hatchet in Overland Park, Kansas. Mastermind Escape Games. He's also an avid poker player. So let's be careful with this one.
Yes, and Bayman, welcome. And Bayman slept in my house. He's one of my first friends in the Platinum Partnership community. We've hung out and had some crazy moments. And Bayman, we talked about the launch of all this stuff back in the day. And like, here we are. It's like, what's happening? How are you?
They're doing great, brother. This started in the back seat of John Kelly's car with Mariah and Liz. And it started as a simple idea. And then I don't know what lit the fire, but you just from then just like took off like a rocket ship and haven't looked back since.
Well, keep it up with you, brother. And Bayman is one of the most integrity-filled, heart-centered, like incredible friends to make stuff happen. And he lives in the space of like truth and confront, directness and leadership. And Damon, it's an honor to have you here, brother.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It is an honor. It is an honor. And last but definitely not least, Jen Ferris, warrior of hope, one of only 3 people chosen to edify Tony Robbins at his birthday party of a month or so back, supported raising $16 million to end sexual slavery, extremely kind-hearted, showed up to our January 10th, 11th, and 12th event with a bottle of maple syrup as a gift to me, and I was super grateful. She was the first people that said, saw her future and some of the things we're doing. So super excited. Jen, welcome.
Thank you, Adam. So good to be here with all of you.
Welcome, Jen. And Jen, you had asked about Fernando this morning. Fernando's been back texting today, and he's on the rebound. So, Jen, you know, he's very appreciative that you and others have been asking for him, Jen. All
Very
heart.
good.
Thank you.
Please send him my love and well wishes and a speedy recovery.
And Jen has one of the most powerful stories of triumph that I've ever heard. So, Jen, it's an honor and privilege to have you here.
Thanks. I'm excited to learn.
Let's rock and roll. So we have Eric Battle, Justin Cross, on the Real Raw, being judged by Jen Ferris, Damon Zakari, Courtney Epps. Adam, we are ready to roll, brother. Yes?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Let's
I'm
go.
gonna be
Let's go.
I'm gonna be a little different. These guys look ready to play.
Yeah, this is an incredible crew. I would say collectively, and I don't say this in everyone, collectively the best universal energy amongst judges and participants we've had yet. But this is an amazing chemistry. I just feel the energy.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Yes.
Not let them down, guys and girls.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go. So Eric, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you, Sean. How are you?
I am doing fabulously as well. And we are gonna, since you're the away team, like you're in Australia, I don't think you could get further away as an away team. So I have a number I'm holding under the table, right? And so it's like a toss of a coin. So you pick 1 or 2.
2.
It is 2. Eric has won the toss. And now, Eric, the choice, and this is, people get really like freaked out about this complication. Pretty simple. You can retain the choice in the second round for when you go, if you go first in the first round. If you go second in the first round, then Justin will have the choice. So what would you like to do?
I'll retain the choice.
Retain the choice. Very nice. So you'll be going first in the first round. That is outstanding. And here's how it works. So, and I want to be really clear for those that are listening out there, the outcome of the Real Raw role play is to have incredible people like this that are accelerating your learning about sales, like masters who are accelerating. And then I'm going to be dropping in at different moments and times, seeing if we could take these masters and even find accesses and distinctions to create an additional level of mastery. Like that's what's present. And we're going to have fun. Like it's cool. So real quick in a fun spot, Eric, what do you do for fun?
I love to train, I love to work out, and I love to go to the beach.
Amazing. And what do you like to do at the beach?
Primarily just lay around, enjoy the sun, and read, obviously.
All right, so
reading for me is a big thing.
Later, right, like we're done, I'm going to be jumping in the Atlantic Ocean. It's about 49-degree ocean temperature Fahrenheit. Would you be joining me like someday in Long Beach Island? Will you come here and jump in the Atlantic Ocean when it's in the 40s? Will you join me and do that?
100%.
All right, awesome. So Eric's down. Justin, how about yourself, brother? What do you like to do for fun?
I'll join you too with the water. I take ice cold showers for minutes at a time because I believe in Wim Hof's methodology and what it does to your nervous system. So I'm down. But yeah, right now I like playing music is a great thing that I like to do, and anything athletic. I like playing athletics.
Cool. What sports do you like?
Tennis. I won a couple championships in tennis. Nothing fancy. It's like USTA 4.0, which is upper level amateur.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I always say I wish I was great at basketball because that's my favorite sport, but I'm terrible at it. So,
Well, all right, Justin. So we got beach and like cold water and stuff, and competition is present and in the air. So this is where it gets confusing, and I want to make sure, because we had a couple folks that have been on lately where a little bit of like, competitive ego is rising to the surface. So let's be real clear, so nobody's like, oh, I wasn't ready, my hamstring hurt, I left my shoes untied. We had a little bit of that going on a few times, so we're gonna clear that up for everybody, right? We have 2 rounds. It's 1 6-minute conversation divided in half. So like, it's going to be, Adam is somebody who's going to be like, yeah, I got 6 minutes for you, but about 3 minutes in, I'm going to have to pause just for a moment and like answer a call. So it's a pause. Okay. It's not 2 conversations, 1 pause. The first half of the conversation, judges, you're scoring these participants in how much Adam sees his future in them, and they've uncovered pain. So they connect at a real level of a real to emotional level of rapport, and Adam acts as some level of pain directed towards the ultimate yes that they'll be seeking in the second round. In the second round, these awesome competitors, right, Justin and Eric, they will be seeking to display their heroic, unique identity, and they will be sharing to the point of a yes. Like they're solving that pain and challenge for Adam and or dealing with his objections. And so the quicker you can get into agreement, deal with some objections, demonstrate your ability with integrity to help unblind people, all those things would even be extra points, judges. So round 1 is how much they see their future in the person, like scale of 1 to 10, how effectively pain has been accessed. Round 2 is how powerfully they convey their heroic, unique identity to solve that pain and pull you towards them and everybody towards them, and ultimately the agreement. So with that said, Justin, Eric, any questions?
Nope, I think I'm good.
All right, so nobody's like hamstrings are not tied, like loose, and nobody's got their sneakers untied, and
I just want to make sure that there's no bicep bias going on with the judges. I'm even impressed. I'm kind of like, yeah, Eric. Can I just select Eric? But that aside, let's rock and roll. I'm not gonna have
Justin.
You guys are never gonna let me this down.
Eric, no flexing. Hey, Jen, if Eric flexes, he loses points. Courtney, the same thing. And Bayman, I don't want you to get overexcited about Eric's biceps either. All right?
I feel better. Thank you. All right.
Hey,
So
Eric, just so you know, I would like the Braille book version, please.
Jen Ferris, on fire in the Real Raw today. On fire, Adam.
Oh, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Guys, I know I'm in pain and I'm suffering over here, so I need help.
Yeah, by the way, for anybody listening, it's like, oh, all right, everybody's having a good time. Yeah, like these are seriously successful people that are all over the place judging and participating. And oh, by the way, the role player, Adam Gagino, just happened to have taken his former company from $3 to $700 million in a 3+ year period, just under 4 years. Unbelievable, scaling from 0 to 500 people in a call center.
Wow.
Oh, and his company before that, he became, for a nationally known, like every person here would know the name of the company. He became #1 in inside sales nationally for them. So this brother knows what he's doing and going from hello to yes. And he also is one of the most insanely integrity-filled people I've ever met, because I've been in environments with him where some looseness and weirdness is happening, and he has none of it. This is a person of immense morality, integrity. Love you, brother. So, Adam, you ready?
Thank you. I am ready. Absolutely.
All right. So it's going to be you and Eric, right? You and Eric first, 3 minutes. Take it away, Adam.
Yeah, Eric, I'm here.
Beautiful, Adam. How's it going today?
It's going good.
Let's dive right in. Let's dive right in, shall we? So my intention on the call is simple. Really, I feel I kind of want to lay out a game plan just to see how I really can best support you. But first, I'm going to ask you a few questions. So I really just want you to be honest with me and see where you're at. Is that cool?
Yeah, it works.
Awesome, man. So if by the end of the time we're a good fit, I'll tell you a little bit more about my program, how I can.
What's this about? Like,
well, right now it's more about just me understanding a little bit more about you. So I'm really more curious as to how I can really support you. Does that sound good?
Yeah. Just what do you do though? Like.
So specifically right now, for me, it's important just to get a better understanding of how I can really take you to the next level and see what is possible, because I have a really great understanding of what we can do to take you. So my goal first is to see, where do you want to see yourself in the next, 3 to 6 months?
Okay.
Does that work?
Sure.
Awesome. So what I would like to do is just to really start off and see from this point, I know we don't know each other very well just yet, and I really want you to be, again, honest. So what's the biggest problem that you're currently facing to where you want to see yourself in the next 3 to 6 months?
Wow, that's a big question. I mean, there's just a lot of different things going on right now in the world, business. So I wouldn't say that there's like one thing for sure.
Okay. So when it comes to your business specifically, what would be the #1 goal that you would want to achieve in the next 90 days?
90 days, I would like to be generating a minimum of $3 million a month in my business.
Okay, and why?
Because what I'm doing right now is my absolute passion and dream, and in order to continue to have as much impact and create the legacy that I'm looking for, got to start generating revenue, man, and that's the goal.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about that legacy, okay? Why is it so motivating for you to achieve that goal so bad right now? Be honest with me, please.
Yeah, no, it's important because, I left the last company that I was with that I scaled to, pretty large size, 500, doing really well for the company itself, senior vice president. We were annualizing about $700 million. And I decided that I wanted more fulfillment, and I away from that opportunity, leaving millions of dollars on the table, a potential opportunity for equity, so that I could come and really do something bigger than myself, which is where I am right now. So legacy means everything to me, and way more than any dollar amount.
So legacy builder, you want to really step it up in terms of the business perspective. Tell me the good news that where you're looking to go, how specifically would that affect, your family life or your personal life? Is that also kind of a big determinant?
Yeah. I mean, I have to say that family and being able to put the people that are closest to me and have them set for life and taken care of and have all of everything they ask for is definitely one of my main drivers as well.
Adam, this is amazing. So I really want you to know that this is amazing. This is totally possible. It's super pumped I'm super pumped because I know that there's so many opportunities out there. But I'm curious, what do you feel right now is stopping you from actually achieving that on your own right now?
So I don't think there's anything stopping me. I'm on my way to making all of that happen. There just may be different things that are slowing me down for sure. There's always room for improvement in every aspect of your process, your self-mastery and your ability to influence others. So, really it's just about improving on this.
Okay, so what specifically would you be looking to improve? Sorry.
Is somebody timing? Just pause for 1 second. Are we timing?
You got timing, Adam. Timing's on you.
We have 10 seconds. Well, you know what? Specifically, I would definitely say more opportunities to sell more people, for sure.
Sorry, more opportunities to
grow my.
We'll pick up second half. Eric, excellent work. Excellent work. So, Adam, Eric, actually, let's start with Eric. Eric, what is present for you, sir?
So I'm still driving to get clarity. I feel like I may be taking a little bit too long to get to, but I'm also feeling like I'm getting there. I'm starting to build that relationship, build that rapport. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
You want me to give?
And I understand this, Eric, that Adam is our toughest yet. So Adam has been like desperately awaiting his real raw impact, which has been behind the scenes tremendous. He is the biggest, like, unbelievable proponent of us doing this. And we've been innovating like crazy together. So Adam, how fired up are you to bring like the integrity and reality to the real raw that you've been desiring to bring to it?
I mean, there is very few things that I'm as passionate about as creating this this platform to have people excel and like you said, you've been talking about all day, display your skill and your ability to and your knowledge in the industry. So, but it comes down to measuring and being fair across the board. One of my principles is to be fair and have everybody have the same playing field. So to hear you today, like I got to say this, great job, Eric. I had a couple of pain points you didn't get to, but for sure you brought me to my aspirational energy. And the one thing I would say, more acknowledgement. I'm sure, I don't know, Sean, did you want me to give some of the critique, but definitely more acknowledgement would be valuable.
Yeah, awesome. And we'll get to that. So judges, let's go. Actually, before judges. So judges, write your scores down for Eric, right? Scale 1 to 10. Let's capture those scores. And then Adam, timing's on you. So you're going to, hit Justin off the bat with, hey, we've got about 3 minutes. And then you're going to go, hey, I got about a minute to go. Like, oh, I got to take that call in a minute with the pause just to, keep him in the timing. Sound good?
Yeah, that was my fault. Yep, I'm ready.
No, all good. Take us away.
All right, Justin, you got, listen, 6 minutes, but after about 3 minutes, what do you got for me, buddy?
Okay, yeah, so great. I'm so glad we got a chance to connect, Adam. And the first thing I wanted to just kind of ask you is, from the limited information I got, you're an expert salesperson. You're very accomplished. And I'm fortunate enough that in my practice, I work with people who are already successful, but they want more, right? And that takes on different forms. So I was curious, what actually drew you to this call with me?
So, yeah, I mean, I didn't know much. I got to be honest. I didn't know too much. I just heard that you help people that were already, pretty accomplished, and you were able to give them some insight and some tools to potentially take their life to the next level. That's about all I heard.
Well, wonderful. A guy like you makes calculated moves, and you're a successful guy. And so for you to give your time up to make this, I want to make it really impactful. And in order to do that, I want to try to unlock what it would look like for you to get to that next level and have a breakthrough. Because no doubt in your universe, I'm going to make an assumption here that you're inundated with information. You're in the unblinded universe, and you guys have extremely robust training systems and philosophy already in place. And so for us to be vulnerable with one another, to have a breakthrough, tell me what it looks like right now for where you would want to have a breakthrough, or where you think is I would say the easiest path for a breakthrough for you, because you're usually aware of what that is. So help me understand a little bit about where you'd like to make some improvements in either your business or your personal life.
Again, that's a big question, a lot to think about, personal and professional life. Where would I like to make improvements? Improvements everywhere across the board. But there's definitely some areas in myself that I always feel like I can improve upon.
That makes sense. And so, yeah, I looked at the numbers you did. It was absolutely amazing, the amount of growth that you had. And I'm just curious, where in there, as you know, I teach business leaders how to find fulfillment after success. And so I'm imagining you felt awesome when you had this huge check the boxes accomplishment. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, I definitely felt great when I reached
right. Yeah, and I catch a vibe from you that on one hand, you're more than aware that you can embrace and be excited about this big win, and you've seen what expert, awesome business success looks like. But what I'm also gathering, and why I believe you showed up for this call today, based on what you know of me, is that you're aware that there would be a way for you to actually enjoy that journey even more. And so does anything come to mind for you where you think about where you would like to improve that aspect so that you can lock in more and actually enjoy the journey?
10 seconds. Yeah, I mean, I would say area to improve more would just be like living in the moment, being able to just, experience the wins even more than I have right now. Just head down.
Yeah, that makes sense because
That's three minutes.
Pause. Excellent job, Justin.
Huh?
Justin, Eric, outstanding. I'm going to give some thoughts and feedback both ways, but let's hear from our judges. Let's kick this off with Courtney Epps. Courtney, what do you got? We're going to go with the feedback structure, Courtney, if you could, is like first word that pops for Eric. Like we're on Eric. First word that pops for Eric, then your like positive, sentence or two, and then your opportunity for growth sentence or two. What do you got? And a score.
So definitely heart. Like, I can sense that he really cares about what he's doing and trying to help people. I think just what Adam said, that he did spend it took a little too long to get to that. And I think what happened is Adam really like shocked him right there in the beginning. and it took him a minute to kind of bring himself back together. But, all in all, I think once he got past that, over that initial shock, which I think is hard to do sometimes, unless you're very experienced in it, and to keep going when someone's trying to shut you down. I think he did very good afterwards.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So what do you got for a score, Tiffany?
Courtney.
Oh, Courtney.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We were texting Tiffany to put up the formula. So
Yeah, Sean, I got you. The host has got you.
It's all right, man. So
no, Courtney, legitimately, Tiffany is running the thing, and I wanted to put up the formula because I was thinking of matching and mirroring, so that's how I got distracted. My apologies. So go ahead, Courtney. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I just didn't know if I was supposed to respond or not. So what I would suggest is just to speed up the process, like to nail down a 60-second, just a conversation that you can kind of get your detail on what you're trying to deliver out, and find out whether it's in his best interest and your best interest to move forward. And so that's kind of like honing in on what your ideal of what you're really trying to do really, really quick. And I think I got kind of lost in the translation.
Awesome. So Courtney, what'd you have for a score?
I would give him, let's say I'm going to say a 6.
Okay, awesome. So thank you. Bayman, what do you got?
Well, I have to apologize because this is my first time doing this. So I'm kind of somewhat out of the loop as to exactly what I'm grading for. But regarding Eric's approach.
You're grading for how much that Adam would see his future in Eric, and how much pain with integrity Eric got to. So those are the criteria. Scale 1 to 10. 10 like Adam's going to chase Eric out the door because he sees and he's very connected to his heart and his pain, the challenge, and like 0 being like 0 impact and he's going to run away.
Did we have a specific topic before this started that I'm unaware of, or is this all hypothetical?
No. It's all, he's going to get to his topic in the second half. The first half is all rooted on the depth of connection. Okay. Just like, yeah.
So all approach, all connection. So what I noticed, and I couldn't tell if Adam was being sincere about this or not, or just having a good time, but Adam seemed very standoffish, very short answers. Eric wasn't connecting, or Adam didn't want to accept the delivery that was happening. But I thought Eric had a very kind approach. So for that reason, I think that speaks volume. I think that there's, I think in a lot of situations, depending on the person, that is going to resonate well with a lot of people because of his demeanor. Because he was, from what I could see, and I could be in the twilight zone, but I saw Adam rejecting Eric is what I felt. And so Eric was brushing that off and just continued, the music kept playing, which was good. So obviously there needed to be a change of approach because they weren't connecting to some degree.
Yeah. Can I shed light, Sean, or can I wait till I talk?
No, we're good at it for now. So Adam's all fired up. Adam's all fired up today. We have a tight framework, just like for the participants, and how much feedback we can go with. So
yeah, I'm quick anyway, but I know.
So what do you got, Adam?
No, the approach, it's funny because people are going to think that I came off more difficult with Eric and Justin, but really it's because Eric didn't really tell me anything about what was happening. The pre-frame by Justin and made me feel more comfortable. I was the same exact person. So
Well, Adam, I think what we're present to the reality that you're cheating and making it easier for Justin and Eric. I think that's what you're being accused of.
that's what people think. I mean, watch, I'll be the same everywhere. No, I know.
And I'm teasing. I'm leaning on Adam's nerve because
I
Adam
just want.
has the unbelievable. Like after every real raw, Adam has to like. It wasn't fair. Like this happened. Like so, he's like now in the middle of like unfairness. He's like, oh my god.
Like Dyson say, everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth or something. So maybe we need a little boxing going on here before something happens, and we can loosen everybody up.
Absolutely. So, Bayman, what'd you have for a score?
7.
7. All right, awesome. And what do we got, Jen?
So, couple of things that I really like that Eric, you did exceptionally well is you really tried not to step into Adam's frame about what do you want, who are you? Like he was just like pushing you to like, give me your pitch, like let's go. And you weren't really stepping into that, which is what I appreciated of you. But I think it might have served you better to just say, hey, you know, I'm really sensing that you're in a bit of a rush. Can we just drop down everything and just kind of get to know each other man to man? Like, let's start all over. Like, I don't want you to feel rushed. I don't want to create an illusion that you're being pitched on anything. I just want to connect. And I really thought you did a good job on the questions in terms of what are your goals. But again, I think you went there perhaps too quickly in terms of what are your goals, why your legacy, how are you planning to get there, that kind of thing. And but what I did like is that you were actively and deeply listening to Adam and really connecting with him and his family and his legacy. And you were trying to bring out the pain, but you weren't quite connecting there. So I think all in all, I think you did a good job about addressing his objections with, well, I'm already in the world's #1 sales program. Like you don't have anything to offer me, but you were like, well, you just kind of turned that around. And so that, I think that was good, but I think I would score you at about a 6.9 because I would have liked to see you connect with Adam more just
awesome.
At his heart and at his manhood.
Right.
His
Excellent job, Jen. And very congruent presenting. I would re-listen to this, Jen, for how how in your flow you are. And then re-listen to like your unique identity delivered from the other night, just as a coaching moment. Because you sound like so tight. It's amazing. So like great job.
I'm trying to impress Eric, you know, Sean.
Yes, absolutely. I am not. You're appropriately motivated. Your self-mastery is in high gear. So here's where we're going. So let's go round. Jen, what do you got? And if we could, judges. So just for the sake of timing, right? And it's so awesome, everything you're doing. Could we go one word, like this format for the judges? One word of how you felt about Justin now. One, max 2 sentences of positive, then 1 to 2 sentences max of opportunity for growth and score. So one word, 1 to 2 sentences positive, 1 to 2 sentences opportunity for growth, and then score. Jen, what do you got for Justin?
Good summary of where Adam is. Can I do that? And I liked his demonstration of curiosity and truly connecting with Adam, Justin. Good job. And my score for you, I also liked how you brought out Adam's heroic characteristics. I thought that was really excellent, and I've given you 8.8.
Very nice, Jen. Thank you. And Bayman, what do you got, brother, for Justin?
Well, the score was a 7 out of 10, but I got to be honest, I was multitasking through half of Justin's presentation, so I failed miserably as a panelist. I did notice
you're going to judge jail, but you do pick up points.
I will say though that Adam was engaging a lot more with Justin, so the rapport got built much quicker and better. So for that reason, I would score him an 8 just because that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, and Bayman, we're going to give you a 9.9 for your integrity as a judge for admitting to that. So excellent.
But Bayman was getting even with me for messing up his name earlier. So
Yes, you are. All right, Courtney, what do you got?
So, I mean, there was definitely much more energy and connection with Justin and Adam. I don't know if it was because Adam gave Justin less of a hard time. So I'm going to definitely bring that into.
Courtney, we're back to the Adam cheating thing. We're back to the Adam, like, being unfair thing, right?
Adam and cheating should not be ever.
I'm just saying.
With, people watching.
Adam, why are you being so mean to Justin and so, like, nice to Eric? Why are you doing that?
It was his approach. It was short. I didn't know what was going on. I was all like, lost. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
I think it was the muscles. I think it was the muscles that got him. Right?
Was there some, like, was your ego engaged by Eric's muscles, Adam?
It's like,
Was there some, like, deep emotional, like, significance dynamics that were at play?
Wow, we're gonna go there.
I mean, I know Eric. Eric was on my team.
I can't even believe this.
So-
I thought this only happens behind the scenes.
Well, you know what the best part of all this is? Justin, Eric, Courtney, Bayman, and Jen, is that Fernando and Jared, like, because bust Adam's chops all the time, and I never ever do. So I've waited to do it publicly. I've never done it one time, and it's just been like this amazing access today. And listen, the height of humor to me is truth, and the truth is, like, Adam is the most fair, impartial, wonderful, heartfelt, integrity-filled person ever. So we're just having some fun because I know he's going bananas at the idea that anybody said he would have gone harder or easier on a contestant. So Adam, we're just joking around. Love you.
I appreciate the bluntness, and I'm ready for round 2 for sure. And you will.
So what do you got? What do you got, Courtney?
Honestly, I do believe that Justin connected better with Adam than Eric. Sorry, Eric.
No.
It's okay.
So
this
Courtney,
is a learning
It's
opportunity.
Justin's delivery, that's all.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
An
I'm
8.
gonna give Justin an 8.
Courtney said it. Justin with an 8. I know the sound is coming a little in and out, but Courtney gave Justin an 8.
John's gone.
Sean, you there?
Sean has disappeared off the planet.
Don's multitasking.
No.
hey guys,
I
we're
hope
going on
he
a little
didn't
class trip.
disappear.
We lost a little technological
Hi,
break.
Mona.
Oh,
Yeah. So what was Courtney's score for
8 for Justin. Yes.
Thank you very much. So we're getting me appropriately camered up here. A little challenge. We'll be right back in a second. No?
you're back now.
So round 2 is unique heroic identity, right? And agreement formation, is that what round 2 is?
That is correct, Jen. That is correct. So here's what I'm going to do. Eric, you elected to go first, so you retain the choice in round 2. Would you like to go first or second in round 2?
I'm going to go second this time.
Okay. Can we do a little demonstration? This will be an opportunity now for Adam, who's a little jacked up, to get back at me. So I'm gonna role play it out, and I'll go with what Eric and Justin were up to. So ring ring. Hi, is Adam there?
Yeah, this is.
Hey, Adam Gugino.
Yeah, who's this?
This is Eric. We met at the Unblinded event.
Okay.
Eric Battle. Do you remember?
You met at the event. Yeah, I mean, I met a lot of people at that event, I got to tell you. So tell me a little bit about yourself and I'll probably remember.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Listen, and I want to bug you. Do you have like 2 minutes to talk before we drop in here?
Yeah, I got it. I actually have 3 minutes. I actually have 6 minutes, but I got to pause after 3.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Adam. Yeah. So my name was Eric. I was from Edmonton. And listen, I'm living in the formula. I know you guys teach some incredible things. I loved your backstory. So could I just ask you a question? Because it wasn't clear to me. What in the world led you to leave millions of dollars on the table and move from one company to Unblinded? What was happening?
Wow. I mean, I'm impressed that you know and remember that. I mean, that's Yeah, so I did say that on stage as well. It was, what was present for me was knowing that there's things in life and times where you're going to be, where you got to make a decision. And if I was to look back on that moment and see myself in a story, I would have said, what is the decision I'd want that character to make in that story? And I'll tell you this, choosing between where I was going and what I had found was just really a no-brainer. So I walked away from money to follow my dreams.
Yeah, but I mean this, like, and I would love to know more about your dreams. And I have a limited time. In my life, I've never heard of somebody walking away from millions of dollars. Like, you're not independently wealthy, are you? Like, you know, that, okay. So clearly never heard of anybody not independently wealthy walking away from millions of dollars to do anything. Like, how does that like correlate to your dreams? Like, because most people's dreams are to make millions of dollars. Brother, like, what are your dreams?
So my dreams.
Let's pause, Adam. And I know we're role playing.
Pause. Yep.
And I know how deeply connected do you feel to me right now on a scale 1 to 10, honestly?
9.
Right. And how deeply connected do you feel to Eric and Justin?
I mean, it didn't get over an 8.5 for sure. Maybe an 8, a 7, and an 8. 7 for Eric and an 8, maybe 8 for Justin.
Okay. So the distinction, and we can get a lot deeper in the next 2 minutes for the sake of time. I'm not going to keep going, but it was in the question, the acknowledgement of who Adam is and listening in for the uniqueness, everybody, the uniqueness of his story. And I'm not hyping it. I've never heard of that before. Like, legitimately, out of role, I told Adam, I don't think you should do this. Like, what are you doing? He's like, when he was coming to do this with us, like, I'm like, to start this with us, like, I'm like, what are you doing? And so legitimately to hear somebody's story and reflect, like Courtney Epps, like, Courtney, like, you did what? $7,500 a month to $250,000? Wait, Jen, you grew up where? And what was happening? And you overcame that? And you were one of 3 people who spoke in honor of Tony's birthday? Like, to acknowledge him? How does this happen? Like, Bayman, brother, like, all the stuff you're going through, through transition and having types of stores that you do, you're like never endingly such an inspiration to people all around you, that whoever you want to talk to picks up the phone for you because you're like Bayman, and you built these multiple successful companies over and over and over again, and you turned your back and made choices that like nobody would make to have an incredibly successful family and marriage and be a successful entrepreneur, brother. Like, right? So it's like, how, why? Like, it's acknowledging the people legitimately for the uniqueness that they stand in the world. Does that communicate, Justin? Or what do you have to share, or what's present for you about that, Justin?
Yeah, I think that our society is starving for acknowledgement because we're so busy building, all of us. And so to take a moment and simply truly see somebody is literally an amazing experience, especially if done with authenticity, where they can feel you seeing them. There is such joy there.
Yeah. And watch, and it's fun, and it's real. Justin, dude, I've never, like, same thing. I haven't heard of somebody who had a successful career, successful life, was crushing it, left it, then left it again to go to the woods for months to recreate their life in search of the path of lessening, if not ending, human suffering.
Yes.
Let me acknowledge you for like an extraordinary life philosophy.
Thanks. I will admit, even in this moment, I have an emotional reaction to hearing that summary because I resonate with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's true. And I feel it. I'm not saying anything I don't believe. Eric, I know you've been through extraordinary challenges. I knew what it took for you to get to Platinum Partnership and what you've battled through created, and brother, one of the most intense dynamic energies I've ever physically encountered. You're doing extraordinary things in the world, and it's an honor to have you here today.
Thank you.
Is that who you are, Eric?
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
every day.
Yeah. But that's what seeing people equals. So that's the purpose of round one, is seeing people and then connecting to their pain. So if I was going with Adam, I would have connected a little bit more to, you know what, Adam, let me give an access for everybody watching, because Justin and Eric had a little bit of a challenge getting there. So let me get there real quickly. So Adam, I hear all the building. Hey, so dude, what's like working with Unblinded right now? Like, these guys are like crushing it.
Yeah, I mean, we are just adding massive value. When you talk about yes strategy, who else, what company in the world right now is just providing this much content and this much value and this much training to help people accelerate through a time where the rest of the world is paused? I mean, that's what's working, and we're growing exponentially right now.
Yeah. So, and just out of curiosity, like, my hallucination seems like everything's perfect, but nothing ever is. Any challenges? And like, if so, like, what would you say is the biggest one for you right now?
Yeah, I mean, the challenge is just so much opportunity. And
all right, pause. So the specificity of the question and my acknowledgement, like, hey, everything might be perfect. Is anything going on? Adam, before, when you guys asked him, both of you, Adam said, wow, that's a big question.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked the exact same question, but after he said what's working, and then tonally flowed right into, yeah, like, everything might be perfect. Like, I'm not attached to you having a challenge. I don't presume you do, but if you do, like, what's up? And I don't even know if you recognize that distinction, Adam. Were you present to it or no?
Yeah,
Really?
I was absolutely present to it, because you said to me, everything sounds great and it's working. I immediately went in, yeah, you're right. You know what, Sean? In my head, I'm thinking everything is working, everything is great. And guess what? That's the challenge, because zone action, and with all of this opportunity present, like, yeah, there is a challenge, and it's navigating through what's in front of us.
Awesome. All right. So, Eric, you have chosen to go second in round two. Is that true?
Yes.
All right. And Justin, are you ready, sir?
Yeah, just refresh me again, the difference between the rounds.
The difference between the rounds. Okay. So the difference between the rounds, sorry guys, the camera's slightly tilted. So the difference of round two is here where you're like, hey, if you haven't gotten to pain, get to a little bit more pain. If you're there, it's how your heroic, unique identity, your story, is solving Adam's pain, and then forming a yes agreement about whatever it is that you want. Could be a complimentary coaching session, could be a speaking opportunity to do a program with Unblinded, whatever the yeses that you'd want, him coming to your podcast, whatever the yeses you're seeking, but like your heroic, unique identity into his pain, and then the agreement around that. Good?
Yeah, I'm going to challenge myself to sell something I've never sold, which would be to do some training with Unblinded with his sales team. So just to set the price for that.
Let's go, brother. That's awesome. Take it away, Adam. 3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes, you're up.
Okay. So Adam, I'm really enjoying this conversation that we've had. And, you know, I acknowledged earlier that you've already had phenomenal sales success in your life. And right now it seems like life is on fire. And there's an irony with that. And that is that there's a pervasive conflict between success and fulfillment. And have you ever noticed that it can at times be difficult to have the space to actually enjoy life, even when things are going amazing?
Yes. I mean, that's definitely been present.
Yeah. And Mike, and again, I just, from my business experience, I know when you get where you are and you have the responsibilities that you have, everyone around your circle, even your loved ones that are close with you, they're going to be stoked for your progress. And no doubt you feel a measure of pride. Have you noticed any disconnect between thoughts and feelings where you can feel I'm on fire, I'm crushing it, I'm leading, I'm becoming the impact I want, but yet I actually feel something different? Have you experienced that phenomenon?
You know, now that you say it, I might not have realized that I was in that space, but now that you say it, I could agree that I may have felt that.
Sure. Sure. And what, if you could describe, how does that show up? Like where you're actually in a mode where you're consciously really thrilled with what you're accomplishing, but your subconscious is pushing you into feeling something different.
Yeah, I would say that's probably when you're hitting milestones or goals, and you know, once you hit them, the next day you're on to, especially in sales, you're on to the next goal or the next target. So you really don't relish in the or the success.
Well, one thing, because our time is so short, I want to share something powerful that I think actually would echo an opportunity to share with your team, because I know we talked earlier about how you bake a culture into your team, and you want to echo that sort of family vibrational component to your entire sales team where everyone feels interconnected. And what you just talked about is a description of this disconnect between thoughts and feelings. And when you have success, when you have success, in life, people don't know that the fulfillment piece is the emotional part. It's the part where you actually can feel the success. Whereas the success itself is about attaining, checking the boxes. So you're checking the boxes, you have checked the boxes, but what I do is where 90% of our behavior or our ability to feel the emotion that we want to feel is done at the subconscious level. And I want the opportunity.
3 minutes, you're up. Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
oh, yeah,
10 more seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I would like to do is have the opportunity to marry together not just success, but also fulfillment with your team, and show them how that affects their business and their sales bottom line.
Awesome. Very nice, Justin. Justin, what's present for you, brother?
Just that 3 minutes to not just extract pain, but also really get an idea how that's really showing up is extremely difficult. My intakes are 45 minutes or more and have been for 20 years. So to distill it down to 3 minutes is a challenge for me.
Yeah, no, awesome. Beautiful access. I thought you were very congruent. I thought you were focused. And just quick access point. Well, let's let Eric go, and then because I think what's effective at times for people is realizing how in the middle of interacting with humans all over the place, our ability to because Justin, let's say that you are the best in the world at what you do and creating these dynamics and shifts in limited nanobytes. You're going to have opportunities to demonstrate who you are, not just for an individual to work with, but for groups to bring you in, for, book potentials and television appearances or massive podcasts. So those nanobytes for all of us are like the ability to have us come through that quickly, create that disruption, scatoma, like, whoa, I need to understand more. Like, that's what we're talking about. And you did a great job. So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's let Eric take off, and Adam, Eric's got 3 minutes, and go.
Hey, Adam. So honestly, super excited that you're looking for more growth, building that legacy. And I'm super compassionate to that, because I can tell you throughout my experience in life, I was also, extremely struggling with, in my case, it was a massive addiction where I was addicted to very heavy dose of, significance, I guess you can put. And for me, it was really important to share ways that I could, utilize my past and take it and move it forward to actually help people as a result of my own experiences. So I can completely understand how, with your massive sales growth, that you're looking to build this next generation of business. So right now, with that process of growth, are you right now taking and bringing more awareness to the beautiful thing that you're doing in Unblinded right now?
Am I bringing more awareness to the beautiful? Can you just reframe that?
Are you bringing more awareness to like people that don't even know about Unblinded and the amazing opportunity that is here and the presence? Is there how much ability is there to capture more awareness?
I mean, we are bringing tons of awareness. We are just out there producing content, engaging with accomplished entrepreneurs and executive level individuals and companies all over the country, just letting them know what we're up to. And how we're looking to disrupt the world of sales and business and marketing overall.
And how powerful would it be to have like a little bit more of and I guess I'm curious too, is what is it right now that in your process, in the growth of it, is it that you're seeing to be able to track those behavioral triggers of whether people are actually engaging with the content and not? Is there a process mechanism that you have behind?
So when it comes to like the marketing process and that mechanism, that I'm not really responsible for that aspect of the business.
Okay, so understandably, if you're not responsible for that, is there probably, you know, ideas that you would have in that process that you would want to amplify or make better?
There's always going to, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's things in our marketing process. I mean, we're spreading content in so many different areas, in social media and you know, through emails, and obviously the role plays. We're always looking to improve in every area that we're marketing in.
So if we could capture more of that fulfillment that you're looking to create and capture more people that are completely unaware of what you're doing, and really expose them to the beautiful experiences that you're providing to so many different entrepreneurs all across the planet, to give them more so that they can accomplish more themselves through a measurable, trackable process that it can get you and amplify the results. Would that be something that you would be interested in?
I'll definitely let you know who to speak to for sure, but we're up 10 seconds.
All right. Very good job, Eric. Eric, what is present for you, Eric?
My biggest thing was decision maker, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, I'm speaking to the decision maker of the, you know, marketing process, right? So I guess to me, it was just like, maybe I should have clarified. That's something that I should have verified and clarified before I went into that.
No, all good, Eric. Hey, Eric, how would this feel? Like, how would this have felt? Ready? So try this on. Adam, so I'm Eric, right? So Adam, where do you see this all going for Unblinded?
I see microphones and stages throughout the entire country and then the world. I see the disruption of sales, changing the language around selling, and really being Unblinded, becoming a household name, and influence and integrity-based human influence being recognized around the world as the only attainable superpower. We have it, and we can teach it.
Brother, that is clear. Like, you're on fire. What's happening? So, next question: how does social media fit into that plan for Unblinded?
Social media is a huge access point to all of our opportunities right now, especially with what's going on in the world. I mean, social media and Facebook Lives. I mean, this is how we're connecting, and this is where we're getting every single day.
Yeah, and you guys are putting out extraordinary content. And it's remarkable what's happening. But a quick question is, how would you compare, like in light of, you know, you just had Jason Stone on, he had 5.4 million followers. How would you compare where Unblinded social media is currently to where you think it should be in the world?
So our social media, where it is currently and should be in the world, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say it has lots of room for improvement.
Pause. See, Eric, did you feel that easy access to Adam becoming very uncertain all of a sudden? Right? Like, so there's a lot of certainty, and Adam slowed down to like some uncertainty. Did you feel that shift, Adam, in yourself?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 simple questions, like, what's the ultimate vision? It's amazing with an acknowledgement and truth. How does this thing that I do, social media, fit into it? How do you compare it to where you need it to be to ultimately be there? And all of a sudden he's like, yeah, it's no way is it there.
And Sean, I just want to add and acknowledge that you actually got him to quantify numerically what he's looking for results.
Yeah. So thanks, Justin. Yeah. So what I want to do is always support that this is just like a fun, like Rubik's Cube, right? But with a formula, the solution. So if you know how to solve, I've never solved the Rubik's Cube, but my buddy James DePasupal in like 6th grade, the dude could solve Rubik's Cube in like 60 seconds. I was like, what is happening, right? So it's the same dynamic. There's a formula and a mechanism in integrity, because I didn't manipulate anything. Adam just told me. But it's the sequencing of the questions dynamics. Does that make sense? So, Eric, how does that? Good? Okay, awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, 100%.
No, thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you. So let's jump in. Bayman, what do you got, brother, for Eric? So let's roll through this way for the sake of time. Bayman, let's go, quick positive sentence 2 for Eric, opportunity for growth, then score, then same thing for Justin. What do you got?
I see more of almost like a sense of nervousness. There needs to be more. I think I would have approached it at a different angle and probably thrown in, what do you call it, like a red herring or something, and joked about something that was off topic just to get some emotion. Adam's gotta be poked. There's gotta be something that opens him up, and cracking that egg, it doesn't seem very easy. So if I was presenting and I'm trying to, to explain, he was talking about, oh, I saw you at Unblinded and this and that. I say, remember, I was the guy that was doing cartwheels behind you, or, there's something weird that just throws him off or something like that. But I thought he did a lot better on the second go around. I gave him an 8 on the second go.
Nice. And how about for Justin?
Eric.
Yeah, no, Eric got an 8. How about for Justin?
I would say Eric also did as well. Or I'm sorry, Justin also did as well. Yeah.
Okay. So you have an 8 for Eric and Justin, Bayman?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I thought Eric improved on the second go around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Courtney, what do you got?
I think Courtney, we lost her.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost. Okay. So, and Jen, what do we have for you?
For Justin or for Eric?
Let's go with Eric first.
Okay, so with Eric, I loved your vulnerability about displaying your addiction and how you overcame that addiction because business was important for you and you wanted to triumph in that business. But still, I felt that you were too rushed to get a yes from Adam. And I think that your thought processes, like your thought trains, were too long. And I would have liked you to spend more time in your unique heroic identity and be less focused on getting to the yes. And so, but there I want to give you about an 8, I think. And with Justin, Justin, I didn't see your unique heroic identity at all, and you have an impressive one, and I would have loved to see you demonstrate that leaving your family, your world, your religion, everything you knew to be true behind in order to find your spiritual fulfillment and find your pathway to success through enlightenment. I would have loved to hear more of that, and you could have connected with Adam on that level because Adam has that spirituality if you would have dug a little bit deeper. But I really liked how you did get to the yeses. You address that there's a conflict between fulfillment and success. You address that there's gaps in the culture of his team and that you knew you had him say yes to that. You had him say yes to fulfillment and that you can help him to lead his team to that fulfillment. So I'm giving you a 9 on that. Just display more of who you are.
Thank you, Jen.
Outstanding. All right. So listen, quick little feedback for me. So I think for both of you, outstanding gentlemen, did a tremendous job. This is so challenging. And it is so challenging to be on under these circumstances. And it also represents the unlocking of our highest levels of influence mastery with limited periods of time to speak into knowingness, disrupt it with a scotoma, demonstrate our unique identity. And so the power and sequencing of questions in that congruent space. Justin, I love your acceleration into your Zeus energy. I do agree with Jen. That's some access to your unique identity. Could it sound something like this? Quick 60 seconds example. So, hey, Adam, so, dude, remarkable that you've gone through this transition. It sounds like things are flying really high. And you ultimately on your way to this, writing your story, your dream and destiny, like what's working right now? Like what's working the best in your personal life?
My personal life is just the use and the an understanding of integrity-based influence and how it's just improving all of my relationships, my personal life, girlfriend life, just everything in general.
Yeah, and how intense is like the pace and the schedule of Unblinded right now? Like how all in are you guys?
I mean, it is nonstop. I mean, innovation sessions first thing in the morning, as soon as my eyes open, all the way right till the end of the night. I'm either on the phone. We're innovating, we're creating, we're selling, we're just nonstop immersed in the business of Unblinded.
Let me acknowledge your self-mastery and intensity. One quick question, like, how's that working in terms of like your work-life balance?
Yeah, I mean, it's when you talk about work-life balance. I mean, I hope you're not talking about hours because there's no balance there. It's definitely challenging, but the investment in work, I believe, will absolutely pay off in the personal life.
Yeah. So incredible. So could I just share a little bit about myself for 1 minute?
Sure.
So like you, Adam, I went through an extraordinary life transition, and I honor you for it. I left a cult where my family, my business partners, my friends, my entire world turned their back on me as a part of the requirements. And I knew it going in, and I did it anyway. And so I, too, can connect with the idea of like massive transition. And what I also connect with is having tremendous success, as you have had and I've had. And what became present to me when I did something remarkable, I left my life a second time. So in this time I didn't leave it because it was a cult. I left it because the depths of fulfillment I was seeking on the other side of success, like kind of weren't really showing up for me. And what I thought was the mountaintop I would have, I didn't feel it. And I went and moved into a cabin in the woods for months. And as a byproduct of living in a cabin in the woods, I came up with this incredible formula that it's not about work-life balance, but it's about really unlocking the highest levels of fulfillment and connecting with our subconscious and conscious. And if I could share something with you, and you have so much certainty, it's incredible. Here's what I have certainty about. We pay a price for the investment of time and energy into anything that we do. And I am clear that you couldn't be happier and more fulfilled. What I'd love to do is spend a half an hour with you, just exploring some of their like full range of impacts all of this is going to have on your ultimate life story. Because I care about you as a human, not just the incredible things you're doing for the world. Can we do that for half an hour, Adam?
Sure. I definitely want to hear more about that cult situation too. It sounds incredible that you were able to.
But Justin, does that resonate? Because that probably took about 3 minutes.
100%, and it was a lot more advantageous to move him into a 30-minute because Adam needs that processing time to like pull a guy like him who's heard it all in the sales and business environment to get him to actually crack. It's going to take some time. So that was great how you set him up for that.
Yeah. And I would say that
Can I jump in there too?
Go ahead, Adam. Yeah.
So the language is something we talk about, right? Set him up and crack. And again, Justin, no offense, and I know it's the vibration that came off when you said set him up and crack. What I felt was a sense of disconnect, and I just wanted Sean to kind of elaborate on.
So yeah, we and those are common sales phraseologies. So we always talk about the indispensable elements for us starts with loving people unconditionally with boundaries. So we value their future. So the reason, Justin, that Adam should spend that time with you is because of who you are and what you can do for him. And I know you didn't mean it any other way, but when you use words like pitch, close, hook, crack, get, all those things, they are not what's resonating in our heart, but we may have picked up the conditioning of those words in different sales trainings and processes and proximities. So we're there. So listen, It's been a long day. Final words from you, Justin, because this has been amazing and I couldn't be more grateful. Anything you want to send people off with about your experience today?
Just simply to echo what Unblinded's mission is, specifically as it relates to seeing the person, caring about the person, service first, connection first, and get that in place before you even got the opportunity or the privilege to serve them.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Awesome. And how about you, Eric? Thank you, Justin. Eric, what's present for you as we get ready to send people off?
Yeah, just you know, definitely grateful. It was an amazing experience. So you know, what Unblinded does is really you know, open you up to a whole new element of seeing things in a different perspective and a new eye, and how to become better, right? And at the end of the day, that's the goal, right? Is always trying to become better, doing more to become better, and learning from people that are a few steps ahead of you, so that you can, you know, get there yourself.
Yeah. Eric Battle, Justin Cross, thank you, brothers. Jen Ferris, Damon Zakari, Courtney Epps, thank you as well. Adam Gugino, fantastic job in your inaugural journey as MC role player. Thank you. Have an amazing day. See you on the huddle tomorrow. Thanks.
So grateful. So grateful. Great job, guys. Love you both. Love you both.
Love you too, bro.
Love you, Adam. Thank you, bro.
Great work.
Thank you, brother.
Great
Thank
job.
you.
Love you, brother.
Good
Ciao.
job, guys.
See you, Ben. Bye, Jen.
Bye.
See you, Sean.
Bye, Jen. Bye.